Hello everyone, good evening. I hope you have been enjoying a fantastic Sunday. The season of Holi is here. रंगों की बरसात होने वाली है. And I'm sure you are in that holy mood right now. So friends, welcome once again on this Sunday in our weekly talk on career growth series. Well, we have walked a long way together, right? So many different topics we have been touching upon over the last few months. In fact, very soon we'll be completing our 50th episode of such weekly topic discussion. So friends, who am I? Well, my name is 𝗳𝗲𝗲𝗹𝗵𝗹. I'm an IIT certified trainer and an ICF certified life coach, career coach, and an executive coach. What do? I love to work with young professionals, helping them grow in the career by sometimes actually only reminding them कि क्या करना चाहिए whenever you have a situation in your professional life. Based on my own experiences, based on my learnings from other successful professionals, the leaders that I have worked, the colleagues that I've worked for so many years. On the basis of those learnings, I share these tips with all of you so that it can help you. As always, before we start the session, I will make a request to all of you. Please come forward and share your thoughts, your opinions on the comment section, and I'll be showing that to everyone. In the process, you will be helping someone else when you share your perspective on the topic discussed, your story on the topic discussed. Somebody else learns from you, and wouldn't it be very good कि हम लोग एक दूसरे से सीखें और develop करें अपने आप को? Isn't it so? So with that, we will start today's session with a question. When you start your day on Monday morning, office में जाने के लिए, how do you feel? Do you feel really excited to go to your work on the Monday morning? Well, different people will have different answers. Keep the answer with you right now. And then look at this question as well. When you come back from work, do you have a feeling of accomplishment कि आज मैंने कुछ बहुत अच्छा या बहुत important activity complete किया? क्या आपको इस तरह का feeling होता है जब आप काम से घर लौटते हो? When you come home from your work, do you have this kind of feeling? Well, the question is, why I'm asking these questions? Why I'm asking that when you go to work on Monday morning, आपको किस तरह का feeling होता है? Do you feel excited? और जब ऑफिस से घर में आते हो तो accomplishment होने का feeling होता है कि नहीं होता है? Well, this question is important because it is connected to the topic that we are going to discuss today. Before that, let me share some facts, because there are people who always interested to look at numbers. So for them, I've got few numbers to share with you before we jump into the topic. So what are these numbers? So there are certain surveys that are conducted. So one of the surveys that was conducted by Udemy, आप लोगों को मालूम होगा Udemy एक learning platform है, right? तो इन लोगों ने एक सर्वे किया था in the year 2020, and उस सर्वे में देखा गया था that 62% of the employees surveyed reported a feeling of burning out due to monotony of their work. उनको monotonous feeling होने लगा था अपने काम में, and therefore 62% of the employees felt burning out at their work. Well, a matter of concern, right? There are few more surveys that were conducted. और भी बहुत सारे surveys conduct किए गए थे to some extent in similar topic, and Gallup बोल के एक survey institute है, they also did a similar kind of survey in 2019, and वहाँ पे इन लोगों ने देखा कि only 33% of the employees were found to be engaged in their work. Well, what is this engagement? Engagement क्या चीज है? मतलब अब काम के साथ आपका लगाव है, you are attached, you are engaged in the work that you are doing. Only 33%? Oh, that's a pity, which means that the rest part of 67% employees, they don't feel engaged actively in their work. Well, there seems to be a concern again. So दो सर्वे में दो अलग अलग चीजें आई हैं. उसके बाद there was another survey which was conducted by this company called 𝗂𝗚𝗏. 𝗂𝗚𝗏 ने एक सर्वे कंडक्ट किया था, एंड इसमें इन लोगों ने they conducted the survey for the employees across the globe, and वहाँ पे it was found out that 7 out of 10 workers, they also felt burdened by the monotony of their work, right? Yes. So all these results, what exactly they depict? These results, they actually depict that this is a significant issue, the feeling of monotony at work. एक जैसा काम, रात दिन एक जैसा, every day same type of work. This is a real issue, and it can impact your engagement, your productivity, and your overall well-being. And therefore, this topic is related to your career growth as well. कि आपको ग्रोथ मिलेगा उतना अगर आप इस पर्टिकुलर इश्यू से गो थ्रू कर रहे हो राइट नाउ. If you are having this kind of issue currently in your job, wherein you feel that your job is monotonous in nature, possibly that's something that you need to think about seriously, and उसके बारे में आपको कुछ करना चाहिए. Yes, friends, that's the topic that we are going to discuss today. Our topic to discuss today is on this particular concern of feeling monotonous in the job that we are doing at our workplace. Now, if you look at what is the definition of monotony, I've just noted down a small definition so that we are clear, we are on the same page as far as the definition is concerned. तो इसका definition ऐसा आता है. So when an employee performs the same repetitive task day in, day out, then it leads to a sense of boredom, demotivation, and a lack of job satisfaction, right? Which finally results into your engagement with your job. What do you think? Comment में लिख के बताइए about this particular topic, about this definition. Do you somehow feel connected, related? Did you have any experience in your past work life wherein you also came through similar kind of situation? Let me know and put it in the comment section. Well, for me, yes, I did have this kind of issue way back, and slowly I tried to find out ways to deal with it, and then it no longer impacts me today. But yes, in the past there were times wherein I felt the same kind of feeling of monotonous job, the same thing every day, Sunday or Monday. Not Sunday for sure, because you're not supposed to go to workplace on Sunday. Still some people go. So whether it is Monday, Tuesday, any day, you go to the office, you do the same job, you come back home, you again go to the job, next day you do the same activity, you come back home. तो कभी ऐसा फील होने लगता है, अरे यार बहुत हो गया, एक जैसा काम और मजा नहीं आ रहा है काम में, राइट? होता है ना कभी कभी ऐसा? Yes, so that's the topic we are going to discuss today. Now the question is, why this can be detrimental to your career growth. ये इसलिए इतना important and critical topic है, sensitive topic है. किस लिए ऐसा होता है कि ये आपके career growth को impact कर सकता है अगर if you are not taking care of this particular feeling. अगर आपने इसको ऐसे ही छोड़ दिया, अरे क्या होता है, जॉब तो ऐसे ही होते हैं, कोई मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता और कर सकती इसके बारे में. Let it be like this only, right? If you are thinking that way, then yes, it is going to impact you. In what ways? Let us look at that. So I have mentioned here, there are 5 ways in which a boredom, a feeling of monotony can impact you. And that impact can be directly connected to your career growth in your current organization or in totality, right? So the first thing that it does is it reduces your satisfaction level, right? मजा नहीं आ रहा है काम में, काम तो कर रहे हैं, हमें तनख्वाह मिल रहा है, सैलरी मिल रहा है every month, but वो मजा नहीं है. So I'm trying to find out that satisfaction in somewhere else. Well, so this can be one impact, that a monotonous feeling, a feeling of monotony at work may result into it. Job satisfaction level obviously may reduce. The second thing that it can happen is it increases the stress level. अरे यार पक चुके हैं, एक ही काम. So it increases your stress level. अच्छा है? नहीं, अच्छा नहीं है stress level का बढ़ना, right? The third thing that it impacts is, well, it decreases your productivity, how much work you can do within a certain amount of time. It impacts that productivity. Well, because you're not satisfied with your job. Well, because your stress levels are high. So obviously there will be an impact on the productivity that you can give to your work. And thereby, अगर productivity अच्छा नहीं है, तो आप नया कुछ क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक टाइम में फील होगा कि इस बंदे से नया कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, या जो प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को चाहिए था, that's not coming out of from you. So obviously that may impact your career growth. The fourth thing that it impacts is this can create a health issue. Now, whenever we are talking about health issues, this can be your physical health. At the same time, it can be your mental well-being as well. Physical health के हिसाब से अगर आप मायूस रहते हो, somewhere your physique also gets impacted because of your feeling of boredom, right? अरे यार कुछ नहीं है जिंदगी में. So activity level goes down. When activity level goes down, it impacts your physical health and mental health, obviously, because it creates stress, boredom. तो वहां से आपके mental health पे भी impact होता है. And the fifth thing that it impacts is your relationship issues as well. This can be your relationship outside your family. It can be your relationship within the family. आप थके से रहते हो, आप stressful रहते हो, और उसका impact आपके personal life में and in your relationship also could be visible. So just think about it, that we are talking about the boredom, the feeling of monotony at work. Well, it is impacting so many different aspects of your job and your personal life. It is impacting your satisfaction level. It is increasing your stress. It is decreasing your productivity. It is impacting your health, physical health and mental health. And finally, it is also creating relationship issues for you. So, well, इसको ऐसे छोड़ सकते हैं क्या? नहीं, राइट? इसके लिए कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. मत छोड़िए इस तरह के फीलिंग्स को. कभी-कभी हम लोग सोचते हैं कि मेरे साथ क्यों ऐसा होता है? Why it is happening with me? Well, because you're not doing anything about it. So, the kind of monotony feeling is not that only you are facing, right? We talked about the surveys. 67% of the employees feel, right? So it's a huge chunk of people who sometime in their life feel a sense of monotony. So you are not alone, right? So feel good about that you are not alone. Now the question is, even though so many people feel that particular sentiment, that particular feeling, do they do something about that? That's the mood question, right? That we're going to talk about. Yes, आपको कुछ करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए. And that's what brings us to this particular topic. We will talk about 5 ways you can deal with that monotony at your work and ensure that this monotony is not impacting your career growth. वो आपके career growth के सामने एक hurdle के जैसा खड़ा ना हो, right? You need to do something about it. What you need to do? Let's talk about that. The first thing that you need to do is, अच्छा बहुत हो गया एक जैसा काम करते करते, right? क्यों ना कुछ नया गोल लिया जाए अपने काम में. Now when you're talking about setting new goals, what kind of goals it could be? Can you give me one example? If you think of something, put it in the comment section. I can think of a certain example. Suppose organization has given me certain goals, certain tasks, certain objectives for the year. Well, if I want to actually take a higher goal, how it will feel like? Well, it might not be exactly related to the goal that organization has given me. If you're a salesperson, you've been given a certain sales target. You can take a different kind of goal for your career as a whole. For example, you are an executive, you are a sales executive right now. Suppose you want to become a sales manager in the next 5 years. That can be a goal. Yes, that can be a goal for you. That in another 5 years, I would like to become a sales manager. As soon as you take that goal, it will create a sense of excitement within you. हाँ अभी तो मतलब मजा आएगा काम करके, because I've set a different goal for me in the near and the long term. So that's why it is important that to come out of that feeling of boredom, go ahead and set a new goal. You know, it's very surprising that many people want success and growth in their life, but they're not clear what kind of success or what kind of growth they are looking for. They only know that I want growth. For some people, the growth will only mean an increase in the remuneration. किसी को X amount of money as a remuneration मिल रहा है, उनको अगर X plus Y मिल जाएगा तो वो खुश हो जाएंगे. But क्या आपको लगता है कि वो खुशी बरकरार रहेगा? नहीं, right? That will not be a permanent खुशी. Again, they will want something else. So many times people miss this particular aspect of setting certain goals in their career, goals which are measurable, which are time specific. So I want to become so and so in another 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years time. So that kind of goal setting is very, very important to beat boredom at work. But the second thing that you can do to beat boredom and the monotony at work is take a new challenge. Now, बहुत लोग चैलेंज लेने के बारे में थोड़ा सा झिझकते हैं because वो लोग सेफ खेलना चाहते हैं. So what do we mean by challenge here? A challenge which creates some sort of goosebump, right? थोड़ा सा डर लगता है, ऐसा कोई challenge. Taking the same example, if you're a sales executive, you have been given certain target by your organization, can you take a higher challenge? Okay, not X amount, I will create X plus Y amount of sales in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year. Can you take that challenge? Well, the worst case scenario, it might happen that you might not be able to fulfill that challenge. But believe me, in the process, आपके जितने सारे boredom था ना, वो boredom कहीं पे निकल जाएगा. So that's why it is important. You should take a new challenge. Now, the same thing is also applicable in your personal life as well. You can actually take a challenge in your personal life. For example, you may think of that I want to learn a new skill as a challenge. आपको मान लीजिए आपको एक कोई लैंग्वेज सीखना है, जो लैंग्वेज सीखने से आपके काम में भी फायदा होगा. You can take a challenge कि ये लैंग्वेज मैं 6 months में I will learn this language in only 6 months time. Can you take that challenge? So when you take that challenge, what will happen? Your brain will stop thinking about the boredom, the monotony at work, but it will be concentrating on that particular challenge that you have taken. It will be giving you a sort of excitement and encouragement and motivation to go forward. आप वो boredom कहीं पे तो आप भूल जाओगे, right? वो आपका दिमाग में आएगा नहीं और. So that's the second thing that you should do. The third thing that you should do to beat monotony is, can you please change your routine? क्या आप अपना रूटीन चेंज करके देख सकते हो? आप बोलोगे रूटीन कैसे चेंज कर? रूटीन तो सेम है. बच्चों का जैसे स्कूल का रूटीन है, मेरा भी वैसा ही रूटीन है. सुबह 6 बजे नींद से उठो, उसके बाद चाय पियो, फिर नहा धो के ऑफिस में जाओ 9 बजे ऑफिस में पहुंचो, अपने डेस्क में बैठो या कहीं पे भी जो भी whatever activity you are doing, go to your workplace, complete the job at 6 o'clock or at 7 p.m. You come out, take a taxi, bus, your car, whatever it is, you come back home, watch some television, have your dinner, go to bed, khatam routine, right? So this is very important that sometimes you should also try to change that routine to come out of that monotony of your life and your work. क्या क्या चीज कर सकते हो, थोड़े थोड़े एग्जांपल्स मैं आपको यहाँ पे बताऊंगा। सिंपल सी चीजें हो सकती है कि आप एक पर्टिकुलर रूट से ऑफिस जाते हो कि आप दूसरे रूट से जा सकते हो इफ इट इज फिजिबल। नाउ ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर सब्जेक्ट टू फिजिबिलिटी। आप बोलोगे ये तो फिजिबल नहीं है, मेरा यहाँ से ऑफिस में मेरे को ट्रेन पकड़ के जाना है, एक ही ट्रेन जाती है, दो ट्रेन नहीं जाती है, हाउ कैन आई चेंज माय रूट? यस, यू आर राइट, यू कैन नॉट, but yes, give it a try if it is feasible, because when you do change that route, it will bring some new excitement, new adventure kind of feeling, and वो थोड़ा सा boredom आपकी लाइफ से निकल जाएगा। So you can also change the timing at your work, the time at which you go. If your organization gives you that flexibility, if you are working from 9 to 6, can you try reaching office at 8 and work from 8 to 5? Just change in the timing may also bring in new adventure, new excitement at your work. At the same time, you can also, if your organization allows you to do, you can change the location. Instead of working from this office, can I work from the other office? Or within the same office, can you change your sitting place from one place to another place? Meet new people in the office, in your surroundings. वो थोड़ा सा आपको नयापन फील होगा, नयापन में कहीं पे वो बोर्डम निकल के चला जा सकता है, राइट? दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू कैन ट्राई टू चेंज योर रूटीन। यू मे आल्सो चेंज द सेटअप एट योर वर्क प्लेस। आपके डेस्क, आपका वर्क एरिया जिस तरह से सेटअप किया हुआ है, बीच बीच में उसको चेंज कीजिए अगर फिजिबल हो। अगर आप उसको चेंज करेंगे तो आपको नयापन मिलेगा। द सेम थिंग वी आल्सो डू एट आवर होम, राइट? हमारे घर के जो डेकोरेशन होते हैं, घर के जो सेटअप होते हैं, बीच बीच में हम लोग चेंज करते रहते हैं। थोड़ा सा सोफा इधर से उधर कर लिया, बेड को इधर से उधर लगा लिया, राइट? घर सफाई के टाइम में हम लोग ये सब करते हैं, which actually gives a new look to your home. Suddenly आपको ऐसा लगता है अरे ये किसके घर में आ गए, अपना खुद का घर आपको नया जैसा लगता है, right? Now when that happens, a boredom goes away from your life. So that's why you can try these few things to change that routine thing, the mundane thing that has engulfed your personal and professional life. So that was the third thing. The fourth thing that you can do to beat that boredom and monotony is, can you find meaning in your work? Well, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ऐसा है, आप शायद सुने होंगे बहुत लोगों को, there is a story on it, right? I'm sure you might have heard that story, because this story is being told in so many occasions. स्कूल में पढ़ाया जाता है, कॉलेज में बताया जाता है, जॉब प्लेस में बताया जाता है इसको। There was two persons who were actually carving a stone, और उनको पूछा गया था, पहले बंदे को पूछा गया था कि आप क्या कर रहे हो? वो बंदा थका हुआ दिख रहा था। Entire day he was actually carving a stone, एक स्टोन के ऊपर काम कर रहा था, वो स्टोन से कुछ तो बना रहा था, राइट? तो बंदा पूरा थका हुआ था। तो somebody asked the first person that what are you making? उन्होंने बोला कि आपको दिखाई नहीं देता, मैं यहाँ पे ये बना रहा हूँ, ये पत्थर की एक मूर्ति है, मैं इसको बना रहा हूँ। I'm making this statue of stone. Please don't disturb me right now. I'm very much disturbed already. And then the other person who was also doing the same kind of activity, he was also asked that what exactly he is doing, because he was looking very, very excited, happy while doing his work. And he was asked, what are you doing? He said that I'm actually creating a place of worship wherein people from all ages, all castes, everyone can come and find peace of their mind by praying to the Almighty. Now that is called meaning at work. Finding meaning in your work. Can you do the same thing regarding your job? आप जो भी काम करते हो, at the end of the day, what is the large picture view of that particular activity? So that's when we call it find the why part of your job. I'm sure जो भी काम आप करते होंगे, somewhere that activity is serving somebody else, serving the society, serving someone else. So find that bigger purpose of your job. तो आप जो यो डेली जाते हो, वर्क प्लेस में काम करते हो, वो काम जाया नहीं जा रहा है। At the end of the day, that work is helping somebody else. Think about people who work in hospitals, nursing homes. Say as a receptionist, somebody is working in a nursing home. That person is actually helping somebody solve their health problems by connecting that person with the right doctor, connecting with them with the right person who can give them solution to their health issues. So what is the large picture view of the work that you are doing? Please try to find out that. That will take away the boredom and the feeling of monotony at your work, right? The other thing that you can do here is offer help to your co-workers. जब आप किसी को हेल्प करते हो तब आपको एक फीलिंग होता है that my job is important. The knowledge that I do have can help somebody else performing their duty. You feel a sense of importance. And that feeling of importance will again help you to drive away that feeling of monotony and the boredom which is impacting your life. So this is what you can do in terms of finding meaning in your work. Now coming to the fifth thing and the last point that you can do to handle and deal with monotony is please try to collaborate with your colleagues or your partners, your friends from the same industry. तो क्या होता है ये करने से? ये होता है कि आपको जब आप अपने colleagues से बात करते हो, when you talk to your colleagues and share your ideas with them and also listen to their ideas, sometimes you'll be surprised that there are certain things regarding your job that you have not considered yet. There are certain things that somebody else have given you an idea. Oh, you'll be surprised. अरे ये idea के बारे में मैंने तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं था. मेरा काम और interesting हो सकता है if I take that particular idea from that person. Okay, yeah, Rakesh is saying by helping others enhance own knowledge also. Yes, very important. When you're helping somebody else, at the same time what is happening, the knowledge that you do have, knowledge gets multifolded, right? Because वो आपको practice में मिल जाता है, तो आपका knowledge improve होता है. Thank you for sharing that comment, Rakesh. So yes, what we are talking about is understanding new perspectives to do a better job. जब आप collaborate करते हो अपने दूसरे colleagues के साथ, you actually get new perspectives of doing the same job. मान लीजिए आप एक ऐसा काम करते हो जिसमें आपको Excel sheet के साथ काम करना पड़ता है. Suppose in your work you need to use an Excel sheet every day, same type of work on the Excel sheet. Now you are talking to some colleague of yours, and then that colleague actually tells you that, you know what, this is how I do handle my data related activity. And that way you could come to know an easier way of handling that Excel sheet that you have been handling, which made your job so monotonous, right? So when you collaborate with others, that may actually give you new perspectives of doing your job. At the same time, it will also help you to share your ideas with others, and thereby you can help someone else. At the same time, आपको थोड़ा सा अच्छा feeling भी होगा कि मेरे idea किसी दूसरे के काम में आया. Right, so these are the points which you can take care to handle monotony at work. So I'll put these points once again on the screen for your benefit. So the first point that we discussed is set new goals personally and professionally, right? The second thing that we discussed is taking a new challenge in your professional life. Take a challenge which you are afraid of taking. Take a challenge which creates some sort of doubt in your mind. Can I do? Can I not do? Etc. And the third thing that you can do is try changing your routine. It can be very small change in your routine activity. Try to do that and see the result. The fourth thing that you can do is try to find meaning in your work. Whatever you are doing, try to find meaning in that particular work. And the fifth thing that you can do is collaborate with your colleagues and people from same industry. That way it will make your job very, very interesting and exciting and engaging. With feeling of excitement, better engagement, your productivity will improve. The value that you deliver to the organization will improve. And what happens when you give more value to the organization? Well, You know the answer. No secret. You grow in your career, right? And that's what our intention is as a part of all these talks that we do, is to grow in your career. So in case you find this talk useful, please go ahead and share with your colleagues, your friends, your family members who can be benefited from it. Thank you very much for being here today and giving your presence, giving that gift to me with your presence. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of Sunday. And I'll see you next week on the coming Sunday with one more topic which impacts your career. Thank you so much for being here. Good night. Thank you, Rakesh.